Rabotai, we are learning over here something amazing. It says that if a person, heaven forbid, jealousy gets to him, it's very dangerous for the body and for the soul. Jealousy is one of those things where you have to understand it's dangerous for the body and dangerous for the soul. It really is. It's not a joke. It's not like, oh yeah, no. You got to stay away as much as possible. And one of the ways of staying away is understanding that you have to understand, I say it a million times and you hear it a million times, and it's a true thing and it's a true point. And that is that a person must understand, oh, what's the matter? It was working?
Yeah.
All right, so it says like this: a person must understand in advance that there's nothing to be jealous about anything and anybody, because it's brought down that nobody can take your position ever unless it's meant to be. And what's the biggest proof to that? One of the biggest proofs is David HaMelech. David HaMelech, one of the greatest proofs is that David was told when he was going to die. He was told he was going to die. When was he going to die? It says, Hashem says, I can't tell you. Nobody knows when he's going to die. Do you know when you're going to pass? Nobody knows. It's like a surprise. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy thing. You know, we hope that we live to 120, but nobody really knows. You think that person that was, I don't know, in his 20s, all of a sudden he got into a car accident and died. You think he knew that he was going to die that day? He didn't know. It just happened, right? Just like we don't know. That's one of the things that are hidden from human beings. Otherwise, right? Think about it. You know, if a person knew when he was going to pass, then it's like every day he has to understand this might be his last day, and he has to steig and he has to grow and he has to do as much as he can. Correct? Yes or no? It's correct. That's the way it is. So therefore, what he tried to say is, what happened was with David HaMelech, what happened was, Hashem told him, he asked Hashem, when am I going to pass away? He says, no, I can't tell you when you're going to pass away. He says, okay, fine, tell me the day. You know the story, which day he said? You know, the story goes that he knew the day that he was going to pass. He knew the day that he was going to pass. However, there was one pointer that you must understand. Listen to this. If a person learns, you're listening? If a person learns Torah, they say the Malach HaMavet has no control over that situation. Correct? Yes or no? Right? So that means, for example, if you're learning, so David knew, it was told that what he was going to die on, Shabbat. So what was David learning all the time? The Malach HaMavet can't get him. Because when a person's learning, the Malach HaMavet can't get you. Right? Right? So he can't get you, the Malach HaMavet. Very good. So now, what happened was, David HaMelech's learning all the time, constant learning, and doesn't stop. So now how's the Malach HaMavet going to get him? So it says that there was a branch outside, and he made a big noise. The Malach HaMavet made a big noise. So it's like, whoa, what's going on? It was so loud that, the people stop for a second. That's how the Malach HaMavet was able to get David. So in any case, Hashem didn't say the ta'arich, the date that he was going to die. But he did say the day. And when he said Shabbat, he said, listen, why can't you do it on
Friday.
No, Friday, right. He said Friday, but also he said Sunday. He says, first of all, he says, why can't you do it on the day before? Right? The day before Friday. So Hashem says you have to understand something. One day of your Torah, you know what one day of learning is? You know what one day of your Torah learning is? It's tremendous. You can't go die a day before. One day of your Torah learning is tremendously great. That's why a person, Chaim Kanievsky, used to say, you have to understand what one daf of Gemara could do. People don't understand what one page of Gemara, what one page can do. Gemara, it's like the most fascinating thing. If you saw what happens when you learn one page of Gemara, forget about it. You'll flip out. You go mashnun. You won't be able to live your life normally anymore. You won't be able to, because all day long, think about it. If I were to tell you right underneath where you're sitting, right now where you're sitting, there's $100 million coins, gold coins. You take it, you're a millionaire, and you have $100 million coins underneath. It's right there. Go, and I'm allowing you to go dig and get it. I'm allowing you. This is a place where you're right now, wherever you're sitting. If you're listening, right underneath wherever you're sitting right now, if I tell you there's $100 million right now, literally, go dig underneath. I'm giving you full permission wherever you're standing right now. I own the whole way. I give you full permission. Dig underneath, and you'll see, guaranteed, you'll find $100 million. But what? You got it. would you do it? Of course, every person will stop, get down, and do it. If you would realize that every single word of the Torah is $100 million, you non-stop learning. In any case, David, Hashem tells David, I can't let you pass the day earlier because your learning is too valuable for the world. Your learning is too valuable for yourself. You learn for everything. So fine. He says, let me pass away on Sunday. Sunday, he says, I can't let you pass away on Sunday. You know why he said he can't let you pass on Sunday? Should I tell you why? It says because Shlomo HaMelech was going to be a king. He was the king. The king. Shlomo HaMelech was supposed to take over the kingdom on Sunday. Yom Rishon, the first day right after Shabbat. And if David would have still stayed alive, David would have still became the king. And nobody is allowed to take somebody else's position even for a moment. You understand? Nobody. If it's your position, if it's your time right now, you have nothing to worry about. The time will come. This is the time. Boom, boom, boom. And where do we see that from? We see that from Yosef HaSadik. Yosef was in the what? In the prison. And it says, when the time came where Paro needed to interpret his dream, it didn't just say that they brought out Yosef. No. It says, let's go. Why did they have to rush him out so much? So people read it and they say, oh, you know why? Because Paro needed him to interpret the dream, so therefore they had to rush him quickly because Paro needed him right away. That's Pashup Pshat. But the depth of the Pshat is very simple. It says because Hashem had a decree that moment it has to be out. That moment has to be finished. And therefore he made Paro have a dream and have this, have that, and they had to rush him out because Yosef HaSadik couldn't suffer one more day in the jail because his time was up. That's it, finished. When your time, it's your time. And this is a great lesson that we have to learn from any jealousy, taking part in any jealousy. Person's maybe jealous of this person's position. Wow, how did he get the CEO of the company? Or how did he become the big gross rabbi? How did he become the big rebbe? How did he become this? How did he become that? The person doesn't understand. Nobody can take your position. If it's your position, it's your position. Especially when it comes to positions. Let's say this person's supposed to be like this, this person's supposed to be like that. It's like Kadosh Baruch Hu that's in charge of all that. And that's the first thing about, this is the intro basically of jealousy. The reason why a person might say, oh, he has a higher stature than me. He has a higher position than me. Listen, nobody can take your position. You know, of course, I'm not gonna negate the fact that, of course, a person has to work hard and do his thing. Right? Let's say you want to become a rabbi. You're not going to sit down, do nothing all day. Oh, I want to be a rabbi. You know, do you know anything? You know, like, no. But you said position's a position. Yeah, but you have to be, you have to be fitting for a position. You have two people that can be rabbi. Which one do I pick? This person or this person? That's up to Borei Olam to decide. You understand? The person has to be at least in the parasha. You have to know something. You know, what do you know? Nothing. How are you going to be? What are you going to Darush? What are you going to say? You have to be in the position, or now you're in position. So which one's gonna go? Which one? This person. So Hakadosh Baruch Hu decides which person's gonna be fitting, which person be that way. This is really, that's why that's the beginning of thinking. It says that's the intro of the Kinah. Kinah, you have to understand. He's writing over here. At the end of the day, you must be from the get-go, from the foundation of the whole situation, that you must not be jealous of somebody else. Because why? That position is not for you, that's not for you, all these things, you have to put that clear. And he says, and if your jealousy is overcoming you, that is already, he writes, it's a disgusting matter and things like that, and that's, you have to break it. You have to break it, constantly breaking it, and understanding that everything is Borei Olam. Voice will continue tomorrow.